It's not going to be a good future for the Lakers right now. It doesn't look good right now, but as it stands, they're not going to make the playoffs, and that right there is a failure this season. I expected them to at least make the playoffs. I didn't expect them to be top 5 in the conference, but you had to at least make the playoffs with the best player in the NBA. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, and unfortunately the state of the Lakers is in flux. There's still time to make it right, but it's not looking good right now.
Welcome to the show. You are one-on-one with Wes the Sports Guy here on YouTube and streaming online all the time at westhesportsguy.com. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell like in the promo here on the YouTube page. If you do that, you get all the notifications of all the videos being posted and the promos and all that good stuff that's coming down the line. Make sure you do that before you start watching this video, and always leave a like and comment as well. And as always, every single week, use the hashtag #OneOnOneWest to participate in the weekly conversations so I can see what you're talking about, and then I can also reply to those comments using the hashtag #OneOnOneWest. Before I get into the show this week and tell you what's about to be discussed, make sure you go to westhesportsguy.com and bookmark that page right now before you start watching this video, because there's going to be something very exciting, very big, you could say, that's going to be happening here in the next 24 hours. Make sure you bookmark that page, westhesportsguy.com, and cannot wait to show you what is in store for that website going forward into the future. It is 10 years in the making. I don't know what that 10 years could possibly mean, but you have to go to westhesportsguy.com, bookmark that page, and find out in the next 24 hours what I am talking about. But before we delve into the show this week, also, I want to give you a word of caution to the young viewers of this audience. Please, little children, you do not need to watch this episode because it's going to get very fiery, very emphatic, and very passionate. So before I delve into it, I'm just going to give you forewarning. Little children, please do not watch this episode. Die. Thank you for that. And for the little kids that are not in the audience, for the adults, it's going to be the segment that is simply titled that asks the question, dude, what were you thinking?
Dude. I guess you've got a point there.
Magic Johnson. He was the former president of basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers, and he decided to quit in the most unprofessional, unbelievably selfish press conferences I've ever seen in my life. And I'm going to throw up a few of the quotes. These are actual quotes from his 40-minute press conference. If you want to watch it yourself, go for it. I've watched it. I still am sick to my stomach watching what he did to the Laker organization as a whole. This is a guy that was an all-time great. He is one of the greatest players, if not the best Laker ever. And for him to go out the way he did is shameful, and he should be ashamed of himself. But these are some of the quotes that I'd like to point out here in this week's segment of, dude, what were you thinking even taking the damn job in the first place, Magic? First quote, I love her as a sister, so today I'm going to step down as the president. Her and I have such an amazing relationship. She gave me full power to do what I wanted to do, but I think with her and I want to always preserve our relationship. I think I had more fun when I was able to be the big brother and ambassador to everybody. I thought about Dwayne Wade retiring tomorrow, and I can't even tweet it out or be there. You're Magic Johnson. You basically are saying you'd rather be tweeting than being the president of basketball operations of the Lakers in that quote at the end there. You'd rather be tweeting than doing the job that you were hired to do. Congratulations, Twitter. You have a new ambassador, Magic Johnson. Congratulations. I mean, I really don't understand his line of thinking here. He doesn't even want to tell her ahead of time. He doesn't want to tell Rob Pelinka, the GM, ahead of time. He doesn't want to tell anybody ahead of time. They had meetings before this happened. And the last day of the Lakers' regular season, their last game, he decides to hold this stupid press conference and tell everybody, oh, I'm done. See ya. I want to be back. I want to be back to being Magic. Well, you're always Magic. This is your job. Do you not understand what the hell the job entails? I mean, that quote just tells you everything you need right there. But there's more. Plenty more. Here's the next one. Damn, I got a great life outside of this. What am I doing? I got a beautiful life. I'm going back to that beautiful life. I'm looking forward to it. Somebody going to have to tell my boss because I know she's going to be sick. But I know I couldn't face her face to face and tell her, even though I was just with her yesterday. We had a 3-hour meeting about the direction of this great organization. So today, Rachel, I'm free, my love. A little creepy there at the end. Talking to Rachel Nichols, who, many of the softball interviews that Magic Johnson did during and after that press conference, where he got asked a couple difficult questions, like, were you going to fire Luke Walton? Of course, Luke Walton decided to mutually part ways with the Lakers here in the last day or so, a couple days after this presser, this embarrassing moment, not just in basketball, but in Lakers history by far. But again, Magic is so self-centered. This is just all about him. His ego is massive. I have great respect for him as a player. He's one of the best players of all time. I would have loved to have seen him in his prime. I wasn't able to see that. But again, he is one of the best. There's no doubt about that. He is a horrible individual. I'm not afraid to say that. He's despicable. You don't do this crap. You don't pull this on anybody that you claim to be your sister. And you don't pull this on anybody that is your boss for the first and foremost. It's ridiculous. You couldn't get away with this. Now, am I saying all this mainly as a passionate Laker fan? Yes, that's part of it. But I would say this about anybody else that did this in the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, MLB, soccer. Go for it. I'm pissed off. This is so ridiculous for somebody to go out the way he did. Unbelievably ridiculous. Another quote. Here comes. This is good times for me. Tomorrow it's going to be, Magic this. I hope it comes out right. I had a great time. I want to thank my sister for allowing me to do this. I couldn't face her to tell her, so I had to do it this way because we love each other so much. What the hell is Magic talking about? You love her so much, but you had to do it this way because you do love each other so much. What the hell are you talking about? That's Magic Johnson in a nutshell right there, people. I mean, if you really care about what Magic Johnson tweets on a daily basis, his tweets are just like that. They're just as benign, insane, make no freaking sense whatsoever. Unbelievably stupid. I mean, that sums up Magic Johnson for you right there in that statement. What more can I say? Idiotic is what that is. Last quote I'm going to share for you here, and there's plenty more. This is 40 minutes of him talking. So good luck if you want to watch all of it. Last one. Quote, I'm a free bird, and I've been handcuffed, and I don't like that. Well, congratulations, Magic, you're a free bird. What about that time in that 2, almost 3-year period you were talking all that shit about Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak and what they were doing with the Los Angeles Lakers and the franchise as a whole towards the end of Kobe Bryant's era? What about that time? What you were saying was the truth for the most part. Yeah, I agreed with pretty much everything you were saying. Every Laker fan felt that frustration that you were spouting to anybody and everybody that was willing to let you talk. And they do, because you're Magic freaking Johnson. But you talking all that shit at that time, now you take the job. Jeannie Buss came to you. She asked you, hey, you have a lot of inside track. How about you take the job? Of course you took the job because that's your sister, as you claim. Now, she doesn't deserve none of the blame. She deserves a good chunk of the blame because she went to Magic freaking Johnson and asked him to take this job when it seems like he either doesn't understand the scope of this job or he didn't freaking care about the freaking job in the first place. It's stupid. It's idiotic. And for him to talk all that crap during all that time when Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak were doing what they were doing, looking back at that, they did actually a better job than Magic. That's saying something. But man, this is probably as animated as I'm going to get doing this show. And again, little children, I hope you're not watching this segment. I can't prevent you if you want to do it yourself, but I'm sorry for the language. This is not going to happen a lot, but I am sick and freaking tired of this crap. This is an embarrassing moment, not just for my favorite NBA team of all time. You're never going to not make me a Laker fan, but this is just a joke. He made a mockery of the position, the franchise, and himself. He really has made himself look more foolish than he has ever had in his life. Well, except for that one other thing, but I'm not going to get into that. But again, the question needs to be asked of you, Magic. Dude, what were you thinking taking this job in the first place?
Dude. 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 I guess you've got a point there.
On to better news this week. My feel-good story of the week comes from Jay Singh, owner and operator of a 7-Eleven franchise.
The video shows it all. The owner of a Toledo 7-Eleven talking with a teen attempting to steal from his store.
You want me to call the cops, or you will take it out?
Jay Singh says he was alerted Saturday by a clerk about a suspicious person pocketing items at his Upton and Burdan shop. After watching his cameras, Singh confronted the thief and was shocked by the young man's response.
He said, I'm stealing it from myself, I'm hungry, and I'm doing it from my younger brother.
Rather than calling the cops, Jay sent the teen back to the aisles to grab pizza, sandwiches, and other food, all free of charge.
It's not going to make any difference to me if I give him some food, because we make a lot of food, we sell a lot of food. If he goes to jail, then he's definitely not going to do anything good in life.
As a store owner of nearly 5 years, Jay says he likes to help others when he can. With this particular act of kindness, customers definitely took note.
He has a big heart. He has a great big heart.
Cedric Bishop posted about Jay's generosity on Facebook, and the story caught on.
I thought that was just beautiful, because, the young man could have had a record.
While people online are surprised by the compassion, Sign's wife isn't one of them.
And I'm really proud of him, and it is the true self of himself. I know him, he's very kind.
Neera says her husband of nearly 30 years has always been a caring person, and she's proud of the way he handled the situation.
We are part of the community and we have to help the community, so that is a part of our job.
Now, after doing what he felt was right, Jay hopes the teen he helped repays the generosity to someone else down the road. Jay and his wife say they'd both be willing to offer that teen a job to make ends meet. That's, of course, if he's eligible to work. In the meantime, if you or someone else is struggling to put food on the table, we've posted a link to food assistance on our website. Diane?
And I salute you, Mr. Singh. That was a very, very generous thing that you did. And the motto of the store is perfectly appropriate here. Thank heaven for 7-Eleven. That was very, very generous thing that he did. And it just goes to show you that there still are great people in this world. And on a day-to-day basis, you never know when they're going to be. And they could be an owner and operator of a 7-Eleven right around the corner from where you're at, or they could just be somebody that's your neighbor. They could be somebody that's, struggling to make ends meet, but somebody sees something like that and then they want to help. They willingly do that. And yes, this could have ended up being a little bit worse in that kind of scenario there, where you have a shoplifter, and we've heard the stories many, many times about them getting caught and they have a record and so on and so forth. It just kind of spirals out of control at that point in most cases. But in this case, hope for the best. And I certainly hope that those young men definitely learn from that generosity. And if they do get a job working at that 7-Eleven, great. That's even better. More salutes all the way around. Thank you for tuning in this week. I hope that you subscribe and hit that bell. Make sure you go to westthesportsguy.com for the new look that's possibly going to be getting here, our 10-year anniversary celebration. It's going to be just a lot of exciting things coming in the future there, and also on this show on YouTube. Make sure you use the hashtag #OneOnOneWest. And as always, I will see you next time.